Few players embody the spirit and style of FC Barcelona quite like Andrés Iniesta. A maestro of the midfield, his understanding of the club's DNA is unparalleled. When a legend like Iniesta observes a new chapter unfolding, his opinion resonates deeply. 11 months ago, Iniesta was spotted at Barcelona's training, taking in Hansi Flick's methods. And what he saw clearly left a lasting impression. When Hansi Flick was appointed Barcelona manager, Andrés Iniesta welcomed the change with optimism. He immediately pointed to Flick's pedigree, describing him as a very experienced coach, and adding that he hoped his time in charge would go well because, as Iniesta put it, if Flick does well, Barça does well. Iniesta has often emphasized that every new coach brings with them a new way of seeing football. And with Flick, it was no different. He explained that such changes always generate something fresh within a squad, and repeated his wish that things go very well under Flick, stressing that success for the manager means success for the club he still loves deeply. After visiting Barça training sessions, Iniesta expressed genuine satisfaction with what he saw. He praised the team's energy and the positive atmosphere surrounding the players, noting that they were winning and transmitting very good feelings. He hoped this momentum would continue throughout the season, carrying the team towards its objectives. A strong admirer of Barcelona's tradition of developing talent, Iniesta also highlighted Flick's willingness to believe in and trust young players. He placed him alongside Xavi in this regard, crediting both men for giving opportunities to La Masia products and integrating them into the first team's plans. For Iniesta, it wasn't just about the academy producing talent, but about managers like Flick, who were brave enough to make use of it at the highest level. The results on the pitch reinforced his belief. He remarked more than once that Flick's Barcelona transmit very good feelings and spoke with enthusiasm about their performances. As the team climbed to the top of La Liga, booked a place in the Copa del Rey final, and reached the Champions League semi-finals, Iniesta went a step further. He said it was not an exaggeration to talk about a treble. In the end, Iniesta's words paint a clear picture. Cautious but genuine admiration for Flick's early impact, trust in his experience, appreciation of his belief in youth, and optimism about Barcelona's prospects under his leadership. This is the story of how Iniesta, a true icon, confirms that something special was brewing under Flick's guidance. Andrés Iniesta, a revered figure at Barcelona, has voiced his positive impressions of the team under Hansi Flick's management. After observing training sessions and the team's early performances, Iniesta expressed confidence in the experienced German coach, noting, "Yes, I like him because he is an experienced coach who has worked in the national team and in other clubs, and what we see so far is very positive." He further conveyed his optimism for the season, stating, "We hope that he continues like this throughout the season, and that is what we hope for." Iniesta's endorsement is particularly significant, as he understands the intricacies of Barcelona's playing philosophy and the high standards required. His belief that the team is doing very well, winning and transmitting very good feelings, underscores the tangible progress Flick has made, not only in terms of results, but also in cultivating a positive atmosphere and a distinctive style of play. Hansi Flick's Barcelona. And I'm not just saying they're good, I'm saying they're a terrifying, unstoppable force of pure, unadulterated evil. They're a machine, and the rest of Europe is about to get run over.
They have a certain way of telling you that you need to transcend people in the way that the team plays. They don't talk about winning, they talk about how you play and how you can communicate with the community. It's like a mission to be able to make people enjoy what they're doing. Whether if it's the fans or people on the field or the coach, you have to enjoy what you're doing. That is why at Barcelona, when you win, you need to win well.
Remember when Flick came in? It was all about how he was the one to get Barca back to their roots. Everyone had a laugh, right? We've heard that song and dance 100 times. But this guy, he's not messing about. He's a two-time Best Coach nominee for a reason.
I had a sport shop more than 23 years. And I was always invited with Nike because I was the top seller of team sport products in Germany at this time, 5 years or 6 years. And we were invited for a match here in Barcelona. I said, one day I want to be a coach here, and I reached it.
And so now you put all these pieces together and you say, add the talent, the young talent, with the structure, with the manager, with the experience, with the goals, they look like a really good team that just took a completely different step to a next level that I don't know that we thought they were capable of at the beginning. In fact, I never thought that I would see Barcelona playing at this level so early in the Hansi Flick era, and they have taken it to that level.
He's been at the club for a year now, and what's happened? He's won a domestic treble. A treble. They won La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Spanish Super Cup. The only thing that stopped them from a perfect season was an agonizing Champions League semi-final loss to Inter Milan. The shiz is real, people, and let's look at the numbers because they don't fudging lie. They scored a mind-boggling 99 goals in La Liga last season. 100 goals in a league campaign is a monster stat, and they were only one shy of that. That's a level of attacking dominance we haven't seen in a while. Their form guide this season? 5 wins and 1 draw. Unbeaten. This isn't a team in transition. This is a team that has already transitioned and is now firing on all cylinders.
Dominant performance from Barcelona.
Dominant performance indeed. So Barcelona doing what they needed to do to keep pace with Real Madrid. A 3-0 win.
This is where we are with Barcelona. All these guys are elevating each other's performances in the attacking half. And if they do that with consistency, then you have options everywhere. That is a great problem to have.
This is a squad full of talent. It is a squad full of quality, and there are a lot of players who are waiting for the opportunity to shine. Let's not forget, Gavi is not there, and he's a player who also started playing in that position, that role as a second striker, link up with the middle of the park. Of course, the rotation is going to be fantastic. Once again, we see
what could be an amazing season for Barcelona. A lot of people are saying, myself included, that they will go far in this competition, and
The attack is where the real horror show begins. Let's start with the kids, the prodigies, the ones who've been promised to us for years. Pedri and Lamine Yamal. These two are playing with a telepathic connection that's just unnatural.
He's healthy. Does Ferran play or does Lewandowski play? Because we know that Lamine is going to play, we know that Rafinha is going to play, and then there's a choice to be made by Hansi Flick. It's a great problem to have for Hansi Flick, that you have in Lewandowski a guy that is a proven goal scorer, but you know that he's not going to be able to play every game. And you have in Ferran Torres an answer for an issue that you may have had in the past. Now you have an answer of a guy who can score goals consistently. And given his productivity, right now he is unbenchable. You have to start Ferran Torres and ride with him because he's hot.
Pedri, who's still only 22, is the brain of the team. He's the one pulling the strings, the guy with the vision. His stats are off the charts. His progressive carries and passes are in the 99th and 98th percentile, respectively. He's not just a midfielder. He's the conductor of this fudging symphony of destruction. And then you've got Lamine Yamal, who's still just a damn teenager. The kid has an overall rating of 89 in EAFC 26. An 89! He's got a technical plus playstyle ability. He's a winger with pace and dribbling skills that will make your head spin. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists in his first 3 games this season. He's not just the future, he's the fudging now. The shiz is real, and he's only going to get better. It's absolutely terrifying.
Lamine Yamal has won the Ballon d'Or 2025 and has already organized a private after-show party. The PSG players will not be attending the ceremony. The winner of the Ballon d'Or and one other person have already been informed that he is this year's winner. You will find out officially tonight, but it has already been leaked. This is because France Football has to record videos with the winner days in advance to present them during the ceremony, and the winner is Lamine Yamal. Unlike the other participants in the ceremony, Lamine Yamal has invited 20 family members to accompany him to the Ballon d'Or awards.
And then there's Rafinha, the dude who was kind of meh in his first couple of seasons. He had flashes of brilliance but was also a bit inconsistent. Well, Hansi Flick has unlocked a whole new beast. Last season, Rafinha had a breakout campaign, scoring 34 goals and getting 22 assists across all competitions. This fudging guy is a goal-scoring and assisting machine. It's like Flick just flipped a switch in his head and said, "Alright, time to be an MVP." He's on fire this season with 3 goals and 1 assist in his first 5 appearances. He's just another part of this frightening attacking trio. And of course, we have to talk about the grand old man, Robert Lewandowski. Everyone thought he'd start to fade, right? He's 37 years old. He's older than most of my viewers. But he's not just still going, he's getting better. He had his best season at Barça under Flick, with 42 goals in all competitions. He just keeps going and going. He's like a fine wine. But instead of getting more expensive, he just keeps putting the ball in the back of the net. He's a living legend, And Flick has found a way to use his experience and intelligence to make him a more effective and, frankly, more terrifying player than ever before. He's the fulcrum of this fudging attack. And let's not forget the wild card, the guy who's been making all the headlines, Marcus Rashford. The dude from Manchester United, who everyone said was done, looks completely revitalized at Barcelona. In that Champions League game against Newcastle, he scored 2 goals, looking hungry, determined, and, well, happy. Flick's comments on him were telling. He said he was happy to have him and believes Rashford can take the next step.
When someone comes back to a place and he has a point to prove, I mean, we all know what he can do, but because of the last 2 years at United, and obviously he went to Villa, now this is at Barcelona, and he had to be in. He had to be in. By the way, what a header, and we've seen that finish before from him, striking that ball from outside of the box, but rarely I saw him attack the cross like that with his head, and that was two great finishes.
It's like Flick knows how to get into a player's head and fix what's broken. And that's just the starting 11, people. The bench is absolutely stacked with pure chaos. You've got Ferran Torres, who's a versatile forward who can play anywhere. You've got young talents like Fermin Lopez and Marc Casado who are ready to make a name for themselves. This isn't just a good starting team. It's a squad with depth that can go all the way in every single competition they're in. Now, everyone was worried about the defense. Barcelona's always been known for their attack, but their defense has been a bit wobbly in the last few years. But Flick has changed that too. His philosophy is grounded in a high defensive line and relentless pressing. The goal is to win the ball back high up the pitch and basically strangle the other team to death. They've been a bit susceptible to long balls and direct runs, but when it works, it's a thing of beauty. Their main defensive pairing is Pau Cubarsí and Eric Garcia. Yeah, you heard me right, Eric Garcia. The guy who struggled at Man City and came back to Barça has been a rock under Flick. He's a tactical genius on the field, and his understanding of the system is what's making it work. And then there's Cubarsí, a young center back who plays with the composure of a 30-year-old. He's a monster in the making. The fullbacks are in on the fun too. Alejandro Balde and Jules Koundé are constantly pushing up, creating overloads, and putting pressure on the opposition. They're a key part of this high-pressing system, and their ability to get back and defend is what's making this team so successful. They're a complete unit, and the shiz is working. So, what does all this mean for everyone else? For the Real Madrids, the Atleticos, and the rest of the Champions League contenders? It means you're in a whole lot of fudging shiz. Barcelona isn't just winning games. They're dominating them. They're scoring goals for fun. Their defense is rock solid, and they have a manager who's already proven he knows how to win. This isn't just a good team, it's an evil team, and they're coming for everyone. Think about Real Madrid. They have their own new manager in Xabi Alonso, and they're also doing well with a perfect 5 wins. But their 5 wins have come with a total of 10 goals scored, and only 2 conceded. Good, but not insane. Barcelona, on the other hand, just demolished Valencia 6-0. That's a whole different level of terror. They're looking to tear up the league and the Champions League, and it's a very scary prospect for everyone. They're a machine, and the gears are finally all clicking into place. The truth is, Hansi Flick's Barcelona is a terrifying mix of old-school mentality and new-age football. They've got the technical brilliance of their homegrown talent, the experience and cunning of their veterans, and a manager who's found the perfect way to bring it all together. They're playing with a fire in their belly that we haven't seen in a while, a ruthlessness that makes you shiver. They've got the momentum, they've got the talent, and they've got the ruthless killer instinct. They've been perfect so far, and it's only just begun. This isn't just a good team, it's an evil team, and they're coming for everyone. You better be ready.